Simon's Law is protective legislation that Kansans are very anxious to have enacted this session. Simon was a little boy who was denied health care because he had a chromosomal disorder, trisomy 18. His parents fought for his life, but he lost his life. Kansas is proceeding with a bill that would protect any child, whether they have a cognitive disorder or just average health, to ensure that the parents are the ones that make the final decisions when it comes to do not resuscitate orders or other vital health care. Simon's Law has already passed in the Senate. We're looking forward to a vigorous debate and passage in the House. Please support Simon's Law.
Hi, I'm Brenda Spurlock. This is my husband, Jack, my daughter, Tatum, my son, Zachariah, and my daughter, Jamie. And we're supporting Simon's Law because we are the parents of 2 special needs children. And Tatum has partial trisomy 18, and Zachariah has such a plethora of things that we can't even describe them all. When Zach was born, he's our adopted child. When he was born, there was a DNR in his records, and when he was 3 days old, he was removed from all monitors and wrapped in a blanket and handed to his biological mom, where he had a very long period of apnea, and they thought he had died, but he self-resuscitated, and he's just our amazing guy. He has a lot of things. He has autism, he has global delays, he was born without a large portion of his skull. I don't know if your camera will pick up his scars here, but he has a prosthetic skull now, and he had to have a large portion of his brain removed when he was 5 days old, I believe. He's a fighter. He's a fighter. And Tatum, we went through all the things that the law talked about. They wanted to do comfort feeds. They wanted to give her morphine only for comfort and to stop the pain. She also was born with a large bubble on the back of her head called an encephalocele, and they said there was no way that she could live, that outside of my body, that her little body couldn't sustain life. And we were blessed to find a group of women that helped us write a different birth plan for her and helped us fight for her life, and fight we did. I had to find our own doctors outside. Nobody would help us. And so all the things that the doctor said in there, it's not true. A parent should be able to stand for their child's life. A doctor shouldn't be able to make the call because they made 2 bad calls right here.
My little sister was prenatally diagnosed with so many issues that you can't even, I knew medical terms at the age of 14 that medical students aren't even aware of. And I believe strongly in every child's right to life and parents' right to fight for that. That I think that this law needs to be put in place to keep doctors accountable.
You know? Show them how old you are. And tell them who you love the most.
Jesus.
Jesus. And can you sing your Jesus song?
Yes.
Okay, do it.
Jesus have me to sing.
You can do it, you do it. For the
Papa that's me to 18 still in beyond. Yeah, yes, Jesus have me. Yes, Jesus have me. The Papa that's me to.
good job. Are y'all done?
Hi, my name is Chuck Weber, State Representative, District 85. Many of you know that my wife Cindy and I have a son with Down syndrome. He was born with a number of birth defects. He had a hole in his heart, and he had some GI issues, some gastrointestinal birth defects that required life-saving surgery. It was a very emotional time for us, something that we did not expect, and I cannot imagine going through what Simon's parents had to go through. Our care was good, but I can see how the medical profession can impose their will upon parents at this very vulnerable time. So Billy had this life-saving surgery, and 21 years later now, he is still the blessing of our life. He just had his first beer a few weeks ago with his sisters, and it was a joyous occasion. But as I listened to the testimony from Simon's parents, I can't emphasize enough how important it is for us to pass Simon's Law so that this very emotional time is clear for parents. They have control. They're the ones who are in charge of the health care of their little ones. I urge you to contact the governor, who's on board with us, but also members of the House and Senate to pass Simon's Law. We need this to solidify the rights of parents and also to save the lives of these kids. Thank you very much.